Okay, so you want to know if this new Thundermans movie is actually any good?
The Thundermans Return?
Yeah, the Thundermans Return.
It came out last year.
It did.
Wow.
Yeah. So we dug up this review.
MovieKaTicket Films did a pretty good write-up on it.
They did. And like, honestly, just reading it, even before we started, I'm like kind of hyped about this movie.
Yeah.
It sounds like a lot of fun.
It does.
Like classic Thundermans.
A little bit of a twist on the classic Thundermans, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
So this movie is like a continuation.
Okay.
It's a sequel to the Nickelodeon series.
Right.
Picks up 3 years after the series finale.
Okay, so we're not rehashing old stuff.
Not a reboot.
No.
It's like the next chapter.
Cool. All right, so what happens?
Like, what's
the story?
So Metro Berg
Is
is in trouble again.
Of course.
This time it's a meteor strike.
Oh, wow.
And the Thundermans, being the heroes that they are...
Oh, they try to be?
They try to be. They intervene, but they accidentally cause more chaos
Oh, no.
than they prevent.
So it's like a classic Thundermans mess up.
It is a classic Thundermans mess up, but with like higher stakes.
Okay.
Because as a result of that, Max and Phoebe lose their superhero status.
The twins.
Twins, yeah.
So that's got to be a big deal for them.
Huge deal, because the movie is about them trying to get their powers back and prove they're still heroes.
That's a good hook. I like that.
Yeah.
So the movie ticket review, they were raving about Kira Kosarin and Jack Griffo.
They said their comedic timing was spot on.
As Max and Phoebe.
Yes, Max and Phoebe, yeah.
But what about the parents?
Hank and Barb.
Yeah. Like they were always the best.
Always stealing the show.
Yeah, so are they in this one?
They are. Chris Tallman and Rosa Blasi are back.
Awesome.
And apparently they bring a lot of heart and humor to the film.
Okay, good. Because I was worried to be too focused on the kids.
Right.
But actually something interesting the review said.
Oh, yeah.
The parents lose their powers too.
Oh, that's right.
So it's kind of like a role reversal.
It is.
Now the kids have to step up. That's a really neat twist.
Yeah.
And speaking of new stuff, the review also mentioned some new characters.
It's the villains' kids.
Yeah. So they're just like mini versions of their parents?
I don't know. It doesn't really say.
Okay.
But I think it's probably to introduce some new conflict.
And keep things fresh.
And keep things fresh. Yeah.
For younger viewers too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who maybe haven't seen the original show.
Right, because this movie is almost like a bridge between the original series and whatever comes next.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So I'm curious about these villain kids. Like, are they going to be evil just like their parents?
Oh, that's a good question.
Or are they going to like rebel
and
try to be good?
That would be an interesting twist.
Wouldn't it? And it kind of ties into like the bigger themes the movie seems to be exploring.
Like family and teamwork.
Yeah, and work-life balance.
With superpowers.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a whole other level of work-life balance.
Imagine trying to like schedule in saving the world.
Right, and like parent-teacher conferences.
And homework. Oh, man. So it sounds like the movie did pretty well.
It was a big hit.
Big enough to get a spin-off series.
The Thundermans Undercover premiered just this month.
It did. So what do you think led to that? Like, why did they greenlight a new show so fast?
Probably because the Thundermans have always been really popular.
They have, yeah.
And this movie clearly, like, reignited that spark.
I mean, a meteor strike will do that.
I guess so.
But I also think it's got to be because of those new characters.
The villains' kids?
Yeah, they open up a whole new world of possibilities for stories.
Definitely.
All right, so to wrap things up, it sounds like this movie is like a solid continuation of the Thunderman's legacy.
I'd say so, yeah.
I've got family drama.
Superhero action.
Yeah, and some interesting things to think about.
Like, why are we so fascinated by superhero families? I mean, is it just escapism, or is there something deeper going on?
That's a good question.
Like, maybe we see a little bit of ourselves in these stories.
You mean like wishing we had superpowers?
Maybe. Or maybe it's more about the idea that anyone can be extraordinary. Even if you're just trying to get through your day-to-day life.
Yeah, I like that.
You can still find moments of heroism.
And connection.
Exactly.
Well, you've definitely given me a lot to think about.
Glad to hear it.
So for anyone listening, if you're looking for a fun movie that's full of action and heart.
And Thunderman's chaos.
Definitely check out The Thundermans Return.
You can find more info on MovieKaTicket.com.
Yeah, they've got trailers and reviews and everything.
Pretty much everything.
So let us know what you think.
And
until next time.
Happy viewing.
Bye.
Bye.